With all my bait casting combos, it's really important to make sure that I have the right gear ratio reel to maximize that technique. So I'm gonna go through, the 3 gear ratios that I like to use and what I like to use them for. So starting out first and foremost is my power ratio, a 6:2 to 1. That's what I use for cranking. Any bait that has a ton of torque and you're really not trying to fish it super fast, or you're trying to not move it fast, early in the season when you're throwing red eye shads and, slow rolling a spinner bait, or if you're throwing a 6XD, a 8XD, or even a 10XD, having that lower gear ratio that has more power makes it a lot more efficient and gives you a lot better feel. So, when I'm cranking, I'm definitely using that 6:2 to 1 ratio. That's the power ratio. The 7:5 to 1 is your mid ratio, and it'll do everything. So if you're looking for your first bait cast reel, that's the ratio to get, because you can do it all with it. I mean, is it perfect for everything? No, but it's really good for everything. So my mid-range stuff that I like to throw, like a spinner bait, a thunder cricket, baits that you're winding back to the boat and you have tension on the whole time and you're trying to feel that bait, feel what it's doing. That's a great combination for that. You get the best of both worlds with that. Another bait that I love, the 7:5 to 1, is a jerk bait. I'm always fishing a jerk bait with slack line and I'm just using the reel to pick it up. But if I use a high speed, I overwork the bait. So, an 8:3 to 1 ratio is too fast for me. So I like a 7:5 to 1. I can work it pretty hard and just turn the handle just a little bit to pick up that slack line and allow that bait to give it the maximum action. So for me, a jerk bait, a 7:5 to 1 reel is absolutely perfect. Where you want your high speed get ratios is for those baits that you're moving super fast, or that you're moving with the rod and you're just using the reel to pick up slack line. So like a Carolina rig, a football jig, you're dragging that on the bottom, and if you want to catch up to a fish, you want that high speed ratio for that. If you're throwing a buzz bait, it helps keep it on the top. Any top waters, that high speed ratio is really, really good. So again, most importantly, anything that you're working the bait with the rod and then you're just using the reel to pick up slack line, most of your slow moving baits, that's where a high speed really comes in. That 8:3 to 1 ratio, you can move a ton of line. If you set the hook on a fish, especially with a long rod, you can catch up to them in a real hurry. So having the right gear ratio reel makes all the difference for those techniques. You got to be able to maximize your feel, maximize the action of the bait, and generate as many bites as you can, and having the right ratio will allow you to do that.